it's Bree, and today you're getting ready with me. Wait, did I tell them that this is a story time too? Yeah, I'm telling a story, by the way. So first things first, I am really nervous about doing this video. I actually woke up 3 hours ago and completely stalled doing this video because the last time I tried to do any kind of makeup on camera, I came out looking like yeah, it was bad. I am a great storyteller, but I mean, beauty guru, that's not my lane, that's not my turf. So instead of talking about my insecurities, how about I just tell you guys about this wig, because you know, new wig, new Bree. Basically, this wig was given to me by Iseehair, and this was originally a 20-inch Brazilian kinky curly wig, but I saw another girl, she got the exact same wig and she had like cut it. And so me being the scammer and liar that I am, I thought it would be a good idea to get the exact same wig and do the exact same thing. And I bleached the knots on this wig last night. And if you ask me, I did a pretty good job. When I went ahead and bleached these knots last night, it was a really good bonding experience between me and this hair because it does not shed at all, you guys. And oh my god, when it's like wet, the curl pattern is so bomb. Okay, so now that we talked about the star of the show, my new look, let's get into the transformation and the story about how I actually got played. Like they same girled me. So I'm gonna start priming my face with this Black Radiance True Complexion Primer, as well as the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. This is what the girls were buying, so I bought it because they told me to. I'm going to be using the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. I also went ahead and put a clip in my hair because, I mean, I'm a girl who tells stories. I haven't transitioned to the beauty community yet. Give it time. I'm coming for you, booty gurus. I guess I'm not coming at all. This story takes place in 2015, just a year of bad decisions, but I mean, it's all led up to this channel because now we get to bond together over them. I was working at ISEE, and then I got fired from ISEE. If you haven't seen that story time, I mean, go see it. Everybody else is loving that story time because they get to shame me. Oh, you're a horrible person, I would never hire you. Yeah, you would never hire me because I do YouTube now, so I doubt I'm gonna be at your local Aeropostale looking for a sales position, but that's another story. A lot of you guys have been asking me what concealer I use under my eyes. I'm just gonna pause the story right here and tell you guys what concealer I use under my eyes. So I use the Tarte Shape Tape, and this is in Tan Sand. And then I also use the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Pure Beige because I like a light under eye. Okay, so yeah. So I'm going through like my pending requests on Instagram, and I see that there's like this guy who I'm like immediately interested in because he seemed like a real person, and he also seemed like he was a clout demon, a SoundCloud rapper. He seemed like that kind of person. I saw that he was in the Yeezy show, and he was in the same Yeezy show as Young Thug, and he was in the same Yeezy show where Kanye, I believe it was St. Pablo. It was the Yeezy show at Madison Square Garden where Kanye was playing his music and debuting the Yeezy season for that year. I replied to his DM and I'm like, what are your intentions? I basically said something like that because if you're not an A-list celebrity, like if you're not like ASAP Rocky or someone that's like a legit celebrity, I need to know your intentions. Otherwise, like anything that you could do for me, I could do for myself. So I kind of came off like rude at first because I wanted to know, like, who are you? How'd you even find my Instagram? Like, what are you doing here? Are you safe? Like, do you know where you are right now? Because I'm not that girl. I was asking him questions. I'm like, one, how did you find me? And two, why are you interested? So I tell him after stalking his profile, I'm like, look, you seem cool or whatever, but like, what are your intentions? Because you know somebody that I literally hooked up with. It just made sense to me to say that to him. I'm like, yeah, you may be interested in me, but I hooked up with your friend. Because I know how guys are. Like, I just know how they are. Like, they could tell you all day that they're fine, that you hooked up with their friend, but in real life, they just want to dog you out. I gave him that disclosure, and then to that he responded, I'm a different guy, I respect you, I don't care about your past, like, I'm just trying to get to know you, you seem cool. And now that I think about it, I really don't know what my IG looked like in 2015, but in my opinion, my Instagram is still struggling
to this day.
So imagine what it looked like in 2015. I mean, yikes. But, you know, what he said literally rubbed me the right way. And I know it's because he was an out-of-towner. Like, he just had that finesse. And I was here for it. I was young, I was dumb, I was naive. So, me seeing that he was in the Yeezy show and wanting to clout chase, I'm like, okay, so when are you free? Like, if you're not gonna snitch on me, let's make this happen. Like, if you're not gonna associate me with the guy that is your friend that I hooked up with, let's hang out. Like, let's see if we could be a real item. So I don't remember how that conversation ended that day, but I remember that he replied when I was on my way walking back to the train, and he was like, okay, yeah, let's hang out on this day, which was basically that weekend. And he was like, I'm gonna be here, which was downtown. And I have been hanging out downtown religiously for like at least 4 years. So when he said that he wanted to hang out in like the arts district side of downtown, which is like pretty vacant and pretty creepy, I knew that the lofts were nice, so I was okay with that. Me being the clout demon that I was like, hell yeah, I'll be there. If you shoot your shot to me in my DMs and I'm interested in you, like, you're gonna see me. We don't have to go back and forth. It does not go down in my DMs. It goes down in real life, okay? So the date is set, and I believe it was like a Friday or a Saturday night. I don't really remember the specific in-depth details. I just remember the emotional trauma and pain that I carried from that event. So like I said, I told you guys that I told him that I knew his friend. Made that pretty fucking clear. The day comes that we're supposed to be linking up, and like I'm late to everything. I'm late to everything. Like, I remember that because he was in the Yeezy show, I was so nervous about what to wear. I put on like 4 or 5 different outfits, and I ended up wearing these like sorry. I ended up wearing these like American Apparel jeans and like, I don't know, whatever top I wore, and I had on these like very thrifty like chanclas that looked like I got them from Goodwill, because I did get them from Goodwill, okay? So I was going in very much on like my hipster, you know, LA art ho style, and I Ubered myself from my auntie's house to his apartment because I was already like an hour late just to look regular. So I'm like, let me hurry up and get over here so I can get my clout points. This was a time in my life where like my glasses were broken, and the Uber driver drops me off, and he's like, oh, is this where you're supposed to be? I'm like, I don't know, I can't even see straight. So the Uber driver was patient enough to drop me off in front of exactly where I was supposed to be, because I had to be honest, like, bro, I can't even see. So he's patient enough to drop me off, and this is what's embarrassing, because the Uber driver waited to make sure that I was going into the right place and that I was let in, but this guy took so long to come downstairs that my Uber driver was like, I got more money to make, and he drove off. Instantly, my family senses start tingling. And I say family senses because like honestly, we all know how we were raised. Like, regardless if we listen to our family or not, we know how we were raised. Like, we know, like, if a guy invites you over and then he leaves you outside waiting to open the door for over 5 minutes, that he's probably not a good guy and probably not worth our time. But something inside of the female brain subjects us to ridiculous situations with men. And like, I don't know what it is in our brain, but we are so down for it. Trying to see which brow I hate more, because whatever brow I hate more, that's the brow that I'm going to. I kind of like them both. Shocking. Literally like 8 minutes go by, and at this point my blind ass is thinking to myself, am I even at the right place? And right when I'm about to get ready to request another Uber to go meet my friends, because I mean, I always have a plan B. So I'm texting my friends, I'm like, where are you? I'll come meet you right now. I'll get a lift, whatever. And he comes down on a hoverboard. You guys, that was like the second red flag. Like, oh my God, you're gonna make me wait 8 minutes for you to open the door? Just for you to come down super casually on a fucking hoverboard? Like, oh my God, I was fucking spiraling. Y'all are about to feel so sorry for me, because I was calling him as he was coming down, and I saw his phone still ringing as he opened the door, because this was like the 4th time that I called him to see if I was at the right place. So he comes down, and tell me why I see my number mid phone call and it's not even saved. My number was not even saved. I really don't know who's more stupid, him for coming downstairs and obviously showing that, like, as if I don't watch crime shows with my older family. Like, I pay attention to detail in case I'm gonna get murdered. So I paid attention to the fact that my number was not saved. After all that shit he told me about how he feels like I was different and he wanted to respect me and he was a different guy, I'm starting to get really pissed. I'm literally feeling all of the things, because I'm like, oh, I know that he's a liar from this point. Like, I knew that it was gonna be downhill from the time he came on the hoverboard. Like, okay, I get coming downstairs on the hoverboard, but you're not even gonna get off the hoverboard and walk with me. We go upstairs, and instantly, as soon as I get into the loft, I realized that that was not his shit. I knew that that was like his white friend's loft that his white friend's parents were probably paying for, or it was probably some like Airbnb scam. For the first 40 minutes that I'm there, I'm just watching Family Guy on Apple TV and watching these guys like shop online. There's like lean everywhere, backwoods everywhere. He finally offers me a drink of Hennessy, and I can kind of tell where this is going. I'm like, oh, okay, so he was only even remotely respectful because in his eyes, I was like the ugly girl. Like, he was literally nice to me because he saw me as like an ugly girl or someone that has low self-esteem and is easy. I correlated that because I'm like, so you don't offer me a glass of water, Sprite, whatever, you straight up offer me Hennessy? Oh, okay, so you're trying to get me feeling some type of way so you can have your way. Y'all, so when he offers me this Hennessy, obviously I take it because being with him was just mind numbing. Like, he was, you know, he tries to make it seem like I wasn't worthy, but in real life, it was him. Like, he was boring. He was lacking in personality. I'm sipping Hennessy, and I'm having the best amount of time that I could have. And I'm talking to him about, like, just random shit. Like, oh, you're looking at Raf Simons. Like, what season are you shopping? Like, even though I wasn't dressed the part, I know the lingo. Like, I know fashion, you know? So I'm like trying to spark up a conversation with this guy who's obviously like at a loss of brain cells. I was just trying to be friendly and have like conversation like, oh, that joke was funny. I can't believe that Family Guy thought of that. And then he'll just be like, yeah, I didn't know you were gonna sound like that. Like, what kind of underdeveloped human being says to somebody, I was not expecting you to sound like that. Like, what voice did you think I was gonna have, bro? Oh my God. Some of the stuff I have gone through, I'm so happy that I get to tell this on YouTube versus just walking around keeping it to myself, because it was that stupid. And if you run in that circle, you know that he was being shady. Like, he saw that I had on the mom jeans and the bralette and the little abuelita shoes, and he was like, oh, this girl is like hipster. I thought she was an IG thought, you know? So tell me why I'm sitting there insulted and virtually brain dead, and the friend that I told him I hooked up with literally walks in the door. Same girl, same girl, same girl. I can't make this up. When I saw the guy walk in, after I specifically went out of my way to tell this guy that I had hooked up with his friend, like, I tried to be transparent. I tried to not be the kind of homegirl that my friends have warned me about. Even though there's a chance that they already know if you hooked up with their friend, I tried to say it first. Like, I should get some kind of street cred for that, because I went on his Instagram, saw that he was friends with that guy, and told him that I had hooked up with that guy and was considering dating that guy. And you tell me that it doesn't matter, you don't care about my past, but then you invite him over?
I think somebody trying to set me up. I believe that.
I was set up. I was set up. Can't nobody tell me different. Like, what the fuck are the chances that that guy would show up? There are literally no chances. There's no chances. Like, it doesn't even make sense that that guy would invite me over and the same night that guy would come. Like, they literally tried to usher same girl me. I don't care what anybody says in the comments, because I was there in real life, and the energy that I was getting, that shit was planned. Oh my god, I'm getting so mad. I'm literally getting so pissed. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and put on some lashes. And here's the thing, like, a lot of you guys have been asking about my lashes and where I got them. I don't remember. I don't. The other guy who I hooked up with, he came in and completely ignored me, and like, he ignored me in a way that was like, he already knew I was gonna be there. Yeah, I was set up. Like, that's just what it is. I don't know if I'm like making excuses or just being a real bitch, but like, I've hung out with enough guys to where I get it. I get it. Like, he came over, he saw me with his friend, he already hooked up with me, so I mean, obviously they see me as this kind of female, so I get it. Like, but nonetheless, I was making plans to see like where I was gonna go after that, because I was not gonna go home and just think about what a failure of a human being I am. Like, I was not gonna give them that power. So I went ahead and did my highlight, and I also wet my hair off camera, and I put in some Shea Moisture Curl Smoothie into the wig just to define its curl pattern. And I know my camera wants to die, but I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me. So I'm in the story on this note. When the guy that I used to hook up with decided that it was time for him to leave, I confirmed where my friends were, and I decided that it was time for me to leave as well. I waited about 2 or 3 minutes after that guy left to request my own Uber. At that point, it was literally like, so are you gonna hook up with me or not? Like, the energy that I was getting from that guy that invited me over was like, smash or pass. It was very much that energy. The guy didn't even care that I was leaving. Like, he didn't even walk me down. He didn't even say bye. He just walked me to the elevator and was like, okay then. Like, literally, okay then. I stand outside, virtually blind, waiting for my ride to pick me up. And I get the bright idea to text the other guy that I hooked up with and tell him like, hey, like, I'm really sorry about tonight. Like, I was not expecting that. Girl, basically when I left that loft, I never heard from that guy or the guy I hooked up with again, ever. Like, never again in my life did I receive a call, a text, or a FaceTime from those young men. And it's like, I get it. I get it. Like, I had to go through that to be who I am today. So I'm totally comfortable in the fact that I was set up, humiliated, and then ignored beyond comprehension. Like, I tried to flip the situation to where I could have some amount of control or some kind of participation in my own personal embarrassment, and it didn't even work out for me in the end. So just another story that you guys can learn from. That's the end of this Get Ready With Me. If you guys like this video, go ahead and turn that thumbs up below. Support your girl. If you guys like this wig, don't worry. I will list all the information that you need for this hair in the description box below. And I promise to actually do it because I watch videos and they say they're going to put the information in the description box below and it's not even there. With that being said, I love you guys and I'll see you in the next video. Till next time.